All right, guys, I have a Kokoda XG1 in at the moment, a 2026 model. This is part of the 2026 range, and I'm going to do a bit of a walk around and a review on it. So now we are going to be the first ones to sort of put this on social media, I reckon, with the 2026 range of the Kokoda Caravans. You may have seen in our review of the workshop there, or their factory, we had a section in the video where we weren't allowed to show the front of the van, and this is that exact van. So it's got the full fabricated box over the front here, which is really, really cool. So have a look at this, check this out. We've got a massive storage section in here. This is in the front boot. So this would be more for like all your wet gear and all your bits and pieces. And then we've got gas bottles in the front here and storage over on the side there as well. So super cool. Now in the front here, we've actually got a section of the split system air conditioner. So there is a 2.8 kilowatt aircon on this. And the main, well, one part of the unit is there, and the actual other part of the unit, the split part, is up there in that cool spoiler. So look how cool that looks. Now, this is on a couple of their ranges in 2026, but they've stepped up that back and they've incorporated the air conditioner into that little spoiler sort of thing on the back there. So now what that does is it sort of leaves the roof way more flat and way more exposed for solar. No roof hatches, and yeah, they can just get heaps more solar on it. I can't remember the solar numbers. He did tell me. I think it was around about 2,000, 1,700 in solar. There you go. So there you go. Not too sure on that. Obviously, you've got all your electrical compartments on the sides here, which look really neat and cool as well. So cool. Now, I'll give you a bit of a backstory on why this van's here. So this is the first one that's going to be made of this series, our for 2026 range. They've have come down to Adelaide to the show, the Caravan, or the 4x4 Off-Road and Adventure show. Now, Trevor here, you can see he's in his 2500. He has come down, he's popped in, he gave me a call. He said, hey, look, I've been on the road for the last 5 weeks testing this thing through its paces. You want me to pop in so you can have a look? And I was like, please do, I'd love to see it because this stuff interests the hell out of me. Now, he was just showing me some footage on his phone and some videos and stuff. They, for the last week, have been going through torrential rain up here in South Australia and mud roads. And he just said that he spent the last 5 hours this morning cleaning this thing, but there is still mud and dirt everywhere. They have literally been putting this thing through its paces. Now, the only way you're going to figure out, I guess, after building a caravan of how much it can handle is by putting it on your Chev truck and absolutely giving it a hammering on some dirt roads. So, and that's exactly what they've done. Now, have a look here. We got massive storage section under the bed, which is pretty cool. Another massive storage section. There's 2 of them. And then have a look at this. I love this. Oh, it was already open. We got, once again, another massive storage section which can fit full chairs in there. You've got a shelf on the top there which you can get all your bits and pieces in there as well. Well, we'll jump to the other side and I'll show you that as well. Once again, more storage. There's storage everywhere on this thing. Look at this rear bar. This is cool as. I don't know if he's locked it back up. He sure has. This folds right down and you've got all storage in there as well. So I guess that's cool. He had like power tools and stuff in there. But yeah, you can put whatever you really want in there. So I love this as well. And it's a bit different because it's a composite panel van. They've actually fixed it and bonded it to the bodywork and it's all bolted on there as well. But I think this is really cool because it could work as like a workbench or a, you know, after going fishing or whatever, you could, you know, put your fish up there. You can do, there's so many options that you can do on that. So look at the spoiler as well. That's cool as. We got all the lights in the spoiler. Yeah, your guide lights up there as well. Now you had these on before and they're super cool. They're like a big floodlight. So now, I just want to point this out as well. Look next to the awning there. This is what I mean when they say they were putting it through their paces. They've already destroyed the awning on this trip, and there was a funny backstory to it. But you know, that's I guess that happens when you're taking a new van out and you're just trialing and testing it and putting it through its paces. So once again, look at it from a further back picture. How cool that looks. The body shape is just so different and unique. I absolutely love it. So toilet, we've got toilet in there. We've got fold down side table here. It's cool. Option for the TV and everything. Now they do on their some of their vans have the big TV boxes, but just on this one they haven't done it yet. So now let's start with this. Now this is a bit of a prototype. So he said this isn't like the finished result on how it's going to be, but this is a bit of a prototype on what they're going to be doing on the next year's range. Now this one is a majority gasless, but it does have external gas fixings. So hot water systems are all closed off and it is an external fixing, and it does have gas ports or bayonet fittings around the Caravan as well. So you can use your barbecue. I guess some people would have a barbecue here or whatnot. But inside of the Caravan, full electric, it's all gasless. But this thing has so much solar that you can run all of your induction cooktops and everything on your battery system anyway. So full outdoor kitchen, all composite as well, so if it's out in the rain, it doesn't matter. Everything's waterproof. So they've got all their stuff in here, so I hope I'm allowed to show it. It's windy as here, so bear with me. We got a air fryer in there, which once again, all runs on solar. The coffee machine too. Slide out fridge with all their stuff in it. Probably shouldn't be opening it that. And more storage behind this door too. So now there is a sink that goes in here, so that comes out. There is a sink, the tap that connects into your hot and cold water outlet as well. So that's really, really cool. I think, look, suspension-wise, we'll just have a quick look under there. No, this was, this is a different suspension kit to what they were meant to be putting in there. So this is a Tico Tough Ride airbag suspension, I think it was. But it was meant to run a different suspension kit in this one, but still a super neat, cool suspension kit. So it's all controllable by a remote control, so you can level your van out, which is sick. So come up in and have a look. And they have been living in this thing, well, living in it for the last 3 or 4 weeks, I think, testing it out on the roads. So yeah, but have a look, right? Huge front bed. I love this. This is cool. As now, this is a family van, not a couple's van. But as a family person myself, this is super cool. You could. This is the layout of bed that I'd want in my van, because you could sleep in it normally, but then you could also all lay this way and watch TV or watch a movie on the iPad or something with the kids and stuff, which is super cool. Everything's super cool in this van. I keep saying that. It's just it's super cool. Nice lounge there as well. We got a big kitchen. I love the step out. It steps out like this. Not heaps of manufacturers do that. A lot of them just keep it straight. Are just a bit simpler, I think. But I like the way they've done that. Heaps of storage. Like, the storage is unreal. So, and once again, no piano hinges. All done with actual hinges. All their stuff in there. Now, I love the lighting. I love how simple they've kept the roof. And there's a reason to that. They wanted to cover the roof with solar. So we get all that solar input. But they also have put an 80mm thick composite panel roof on this one, which runs right through, and it's got the air conducting right through the roof. So all of the ducting is running through everywhere. They haven't put lights on here anyway, so it's a pretty basic roof. And then that way, not a lot can really go wrong with these ceilings. So all the lights are running right around. Cool. Have a look here. So we've Trevor was just saying that they've kept everything pretty central to the Caravan as well. All their electrical systems down right under here, or actually I think it was behind the fridge. Then that way less wiring is being used and everything's more close-knit and easier to get to everything for any future repairs or whatever. AU Focus diesel heater, we use them lots, they're awesome. The full Victron energy system, and then we've also got the split system for the air conditioner. So as you can see, more of your house style air conditioner, which has been fitted to these vans. They can run way more efficiently, and you know, they put out so much better than what your rooftop units are. I'm not saying rooftops are bad, but I think this is the new way of Caravans, I reckon. So, yeah, exactly. There you go. Uses about half the power of what your rooftop uses, and you get a better output. So really, really sick. So massive bunks as well. Good sized bunks in here. You can see here that's where, if this was, because obviously being more of your first of this series of vans, they've done a lot of testing and a lot of bits and pieces. If it was a gas van, they would have had their gas vent there, or if they're going to bring gas into it eventually, or if the new owners who eventually buy this want gas, I'm sure that they could easily then do it because everything's been cut out. You can see the return for your air conditioner up there too. Whoa, shoot, kid stuff falling out. Massive storage sections. I love that you can remove the shelves, so you could have more shelves on one side and then hanging space. They've even got that little hangers up the top there. So they've thought of that. Either way, whatever you want to go. If one kid wants storage and the other one is folding and the other one wants to hang, or you want to mix and match, it's pretty easy to do. So I'll put that back there. Let's have a look at the bathroom. We'll jump in here. So we got toilet. I don't know what toilet system they're running on this. That's blue and seal. I reckon these are the ones that catch them into a bag and wrap them up, but I may be wrong in saying that. Wall-mounted washing machine, and then we've got the shower in here, which actually is a really good shower. Turn it on. It's a switch just out here. We turn it on. We've got an external fan because nothing's running through the roof, and all of our lighting in there too. So, and some stuff on the floor because, once again, they've been using this thing and putting it to its paces. So, turn that off. Now everything, all of these are Sphere wireless lights. So all of these are actually wireless. So if you have an issue, you can take them off. You can reprogram them. You can get a new light switch. There's no actual wiring running through the wall. These have been used for a long time. It's not new, and they've proven they work really, really well. So I'll turn this one off. I think, look, finishing wise, I always know that Kokoda are really, really good with what they do, and they finish off their vans really, really well. But not just the finishings are really, really nice, the innovation that they put in and the new designs and the new things they're putting in, they're constantly bringing out new things that are just like going to be the next best thing. So yeah, finishing wise, this is a beautiful van. It finishes so nicely. I would absolutely love one. It is super cool. Yeah, look, it's going to be, these guys are going to be down at the Adelaide 4x4 show this weekend. So head down there, see them. They're going to have 4 or 5 of these on display, I think. And yeah, I'm actually loving the new Kokoda range. I think they're going to be one of my new top picks. When people are asking me, what's your favorite van? I think these guys might be one of the top picks from now on. So we've got power points with USBs in them next to the bed. So try and open up one of these. So little closing that. It's huge. I don't know if you can see how deep that is. Oh, you can't see that one. Yeah, we did. In the factory tour, we mentioned how deep they are, but that is super cool. Everything is super cool. All right. There we go. I think it's just all storage up in here. There's storage everywhere. Literally, this van is just storage everywhere. Look, cabinets all under the bed, external hatches everywhere. I've got shoes and all that. That goes to the outside tunnel boot. The diesel heater under here. I won't go opening up anything down under there. That's only electrical system. There's all the electrical system under there. So I think when we did the Kokoda factory tour, I reckon this was one of the vans that we came right through and were looking at. So if you want to see this van while it was being built, jump right back. I think at one stage we came in here and there was all wiring behind the fridge and somebody said, oh, the wiring is a bit messy, but it was at its rough-in stage. It wasn't actually at its finished stage yet. The wiring is just put there and they're yet to come neaten everything up. So I think I mentioned just before, 80mm composite panel roof. We got our little cool tester gauge out there, the thermal reader, and we tested what this was, and it was about 16 or 17 degrees on the roof. Now it's a pretty warm day, warmish sort of day here. It's like mid-20s, so it's not a cool day. But then we went and checked it on another van, which is sitting out in the sun here as well, which was sitting about 10 degrees hotter. So you can imagine what it's going to be doing when it's like 40 degrees outside and blaring down on the roof. This thing's probably still going to be like that 18, 19 degrees, where those other ones are like 35 degrees. So all composite panels, all the walls, all the roof, even the floor. They don't use honeycomb, they use solid composite, XPS fiberglass composite. So All of the cabinets, or 95% of the cabinets in here as well, are all composite. So they've tried to use as minimal wood or chipboard as possible, and gone into your wood-free sort of vans. So once again, gasless as well inside, so you don't have to worry about all those, you know, issues that you have with gas inside vans, like not waking up. But there is an induction cooker, so heaps of windows as well. So I know when I did my factory tour, a few of the comments said, "Oh, I don't like that there's no hatches on the roof because it's just dark inside the van." But this is super light, and you know, it's a bit of a mid-20s sort of gloomy sort of day. So, but super bright for what it is. So, yeah, I love it. I think it's really cool. I think these guys are going to do really, really well out of their vans over the next few years with this new range, especially with, let's jump back out, especially with how they look from the side. We'll go from a further back picture. So you can see the whole shape of the Caravan is a little bit different. So with the hump at the back there, or the spoiler at the back there, that is really nice. Even all the moldings and stuff. So they're side molding. Come in, have a look at this. So we've seen people going away, like new manufacturers going away from J-molds, but these guys have gone away from J-molds. They've used angle that then actually shapes to their name. So it's all sealed under this. But you would see as well, the panels themselves are fully bonded together. So technically these are a full bonded one-piece body that are fully watertight before any edge molding goes on. And then they seal these edge moldings over the top just for a little bit of extra security. So they've gone away from any sort of stickers. So you'll see other manufacturers are using stickers for this. Obviously these are still a decal, but gone away from using them for the side protector area. And this is all Raptor coated. So it's all been painted in super hard material. And as you can see, they've already given this thing a bit of a hard life in its first few weeks, but it's held up really, really nice. There's no major scratch marks and stuff. So there is red dirt everywhere. So they were smashing some of the dirt roads in really, really muddy, bad weather. I saw a video of it and I was like, there's no way a Ford Ranger or any other car would ever pull something like this through any of those water mud areas. So just goes to show that this is really, it's getting tested. So that's what you want, I guess, when you're buying a brand new van and you're spending good sort of money on these things. You want to make sure that you know, they have been tested. So, and the owner of the company who builds the Caravan has taken it out personally and put it through its paces. So then they come back and go, these are the things we need to fix. So then when they're releasing these vans next year, they are absolutely top notch. So, no, awesome. I love it. I think it's really cool. Definitely check these guys out, whatever state you're in. If you, yeah, if you can't get down to the Adelaide show this weekend and check them out, definitely head down and see wherever they are in your state and what they look like, because I don't think you'll find a better finishing product. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys.